the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, such a Florida story to get us going here in the Whacked Out News. Police in Monroe County there in the Florida Keys say that an attempted murder suspect stole a deputy's cruiser. Then he pulled over and carjacked another driver before crashing and then being arrested.
That is so not Key West of him. I thought they were kind of like chill and mellow down there.
Not everyone. You get a squirrely one every now and then.
You're right.
And to just be Florida man, of course, he was doing it all shirtless.
Of course he was.
Yeah, here's a bit of how that sounded. The police were not happy.
He just stole my patrol car. He's running northbound. Lights are on. He tried to take my gun from my holster.
Wow, how about that, huh?
Wow, he tried to take the gun too?
Yep.
I wonder if that's one of the hardest things a police officer has to do that they would dread is having their police car stolen from them or someone taking their police car. Do they dread telling that to the chief?
I would imagine so.
And do you get in so much trouble for that?
I mean, in certain circumstances, I don't know that it's avoidable. If you get overpowered or turned around.
And I hear you, and I agree with you. But is there still within the industry or within the police force?
You might get some ribbing.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, God dang.
I would rather be chasing a murder suspect and he carjacks somebody, jumps out, takes my patrol car, than I just went in and left the car running while I got donuts.
Yes. I mean, that would be terrible.
Yeah, that's when I think you get in trouble. A heavily intoxicated Florida man, Bonifacio Tiburcio Manuel, crashed his car into a pole outside a 7-Eleven and didn't even remember it.
Oh, my.
Police then found him in the driver's seat without pants.
What happened?
Did you notice, like, a lot of our Florida, they're not wearing either top or bottom, and sometimes both.
It's hot down here.
Yes. There were 2 empty beer cans nearby. He had no driver's license. He failed the breath test with the BAC over 3 times the legal limit, and he got arrested for a DUI and driving without a license. So he pretty much was doing it all wrong.
You're right. There's a lot of DUI videos where someone will crash into a tree and it'll be 15 minutes later. They're fine, and they'll go up to the cop and say, I wasn't even driving. Was I? I don't even remember driving.
Wow.
Was I?
2 men in Louisiana got caught attempting to smuggle $200,000 worth of contraband into a federal prison. And the way they tried to get in there was rather interesting. They had a cannon, and they were trying to shoot it over the wall.
Aren't those loud?
Very loud. You definitely get somebody's attention with a cannon.
I mean, guys.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
There is a woman in New Jersey that's been accused of robbing a bank using a water gun as a weapon.
A water gun?
Yeah, officials say Sierra Brascom brought the gun, which was painted to look like a pistol, to a TD Bank in Princeton, New Jersey, made off with $60,000+, and has reportedly admitted that, quote, certain unspecified financial difficulties fueled her to commit the crime, but regardless, she's still facing 20 years in the big house.
Wow.
You could trick me with one of them guns.
Totally.
It has, yeah. A lot of them look very realistic.
Even you spray paint a water gun? Yeah. How would I not know it was how would I know it was a water gun? I wouldn't.
Even if your water gun was orange and green, you go, stick up. I go, here, take my wallet. I don't know what's in that thing.
Yeah.
What if there's some weird spray?
Yeah, you have no idea. So you would have thought the bank robber would have had a gun, but they had a squirt gun. And you would have thought that this kid would have had a squirt gun, but no, they had the real thing. In Alabama, a gun discharged inside a second grader's backpack.
Oh, no.
The bullet shot out and then hit another student's backpack, where it thankfully was stopped by that student's laptop and nobody was injured, amazingly.
What the hell?
And they asked the student that had the gun, they said, why do you have a gun in your backpack? You're like, I don't know. I have no idea how it got there. So that's what they claim, at least.
What's going on at home?
Yeah. It is Alabama.
Yeah. Well, some places they do believe in guns and gun safety and gun education. Like Utah, there's a bill that's gaining momentum that will require students to learn about firearm safety in the classroom as early as kindergarten. So I guess this would save the second graders in Alabama. They did it there.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'm okay with it. I come from a gun part of the world, though, and my whole family loves guns. But we believe in gun safety, gun education, and it's one of those things that's in society. I think that if you understand it a little bit more, the people I know that know guns, they really know how to treat them, and they treat them well. And I don't, in my area, a gun accident, it's really unheard of.
I think that's a good thing. I think it would teach more responsibility.
Yes, the people that I know that have great training on it have less accidents than the people that are knuckleheads with it. And I don't know, we're getting rid of guns in our society, so better teach people how to use them if they're around them. There is a tourist attempting to take a selfie with a shark in the Turks and Caicos Islands. But you got to watch out because these sharks, they bite. And this person, while taking the selfie, lost both of her hands.
What the hell?
Yeah, the shark had been swimming in the area for 40 minutes before the attack. The woman has since returned to Canada for treatment.
Now, I have a stupid question. Did she try to take a selfie the first time and the shark bit her hand and she's like, all right, let me try it one more time? And then she tried to take a selfie with the other hand. The shark took that hand out.
I think this shark was kind of circling around out there and she's like, oh, my friends in Canada are going to love this. And so she got as close as she could and had her hands up, and I guess the shark came and then got both her hands.
Wow.
Because I just know how addicted people are of getting selfies. Some people would have their first hand bit off. Like, I still got one more hand. Let me try this hand.
Right,
now.
they keep going.
I kind of feel like if you were trying to get a selfie with a shark, you kind of deserve to get your hand bit off.
It's quite a story.
Come on, lady. When you see a shark is in the water, you get out of the water.
But
what are you doing?
Shark selfie, pretty badass.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, up until the point he eats your hand, it's awesome.
That would be a great picture too.
Hooks for hands, pretty badass.
Pretty badass.
Police in Shreveport, Louisiana arrested a guy for allegedly shooting another man after he reportedly kicked his dog.
Oh.
Yeah, that kind of stuff will happen.
If somebody kicks your dog, are you allowed to shoot him?
No, I would not think so. They say the victim sustained a gunshot wound to the right buttocks.
Good old butt shot.
Yeah, and they got the guy who shot him. Yeah, you're not justified just because they kick your dog.
Well, then what can you do then? What if someone's beating up your animal, your pet? You can't. You have to sit there and take it and watch that? Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, you can interject and physically, I think, try to stand in their way. And then if they come and assault you, then, fearing for your safety. And it depends upon the state that you're in, as to how they look at gun laws.
If I was a lawyer, I'd say, Your Honor, Mr. Ralston was defending his dog. He was also afraid for his own life because this maniac is kicking a dog. How does Mr. Ralston not know he's going to get kicked himself?
He wouldn't be next, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll... his attorneys will try to frame it that way. They'll try to make it look like the person. But yeah, typically, I don't think that violence to a pet or an animal gives you the right to shoot.
Okay, let's say that was Cannon, your son, and someone's beating him up, and you shot that person. Would that...
No, because you made it a human, now you can.
You can, okay.
Yeah, I think it's the animal. I think that's the difference. And again, I think it depends upon the state. I would rather do that in Texas than I would in, say, Massachusetts. But, there's a local grocery store in New Hampshire that discovered a mildly venomous snake hiding in a shipment of bananas. You can't put mildly and make me less scared of a venomous snake. Yeah, I don't care. That's
venomous is venomous.
Venomous is venomous, yes.
You gotta be careful with that fruit, man. Spiders, snakes, rats.
You're right. All kind of stuff.
Yeah, crazy stuff that is going on in New England. You've got venomous snakes and the bananas in New Hampshire, and you've got gray seals wandering the streets of New Haven, Connecticut. They have no idea how it got there, but they got a photo on social media showing the seal crawling along a city street with a patrol vehicle right next to it.
I think seals are kind of mean. I don't think they're as sweet. They look kind of cute.
Yeah?
I don't think they're nice.
Okay. I don't know. I know otters, you got to watch those. Seals seem to be awesome.
They seem to be.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have to look that up now.
How many seals you know?
I think I might be giving you fake nature facts. I thought they were not very nice, but...
There's a 29-year-old Bharath Gopal and his girlfriend who broke up in November, but instead of taking his vacation days, Gopal applied for bereavement leave. He said his grandfather died in his sleep and his work request was granted. However, the death certificate that he produced turned out to be a forgery.
Oh.
Yep. He resigned from his job after they pressured him, and he was fined $4,000. So that old, my grandpa died. You got to watch. You can get a fine for that and lose your job. And he did just that.
Dang.
Okay, that is your whacked out news.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.